Bionic Commando is certainly on the list of classic games I never thought would get a sequel. Too bad the guy with the mechanical arm had to return in such a middling adventure. Several years after the events of the first game, Nathan Spector, the Bionic Commando, is released from the super high-security prison he's stuck in for some reason and given a mission. Ascension City has been blown to bits, and he has to go in and find out what the hell happened.
Are you in or out?
He gets his now sort of creepy-looking bionic arm back and proceeds to do the hero thing. The swinging is reminiscent of a Spider-Man game, but it lacks rhythm and flow. In fact, the three components of the gameplay, swinging, platforming, and shooting, are all oddly disjointed from one another. It's like different groups designed each one, and they just sort of mash them together into one game. Combat is adequate, but nothing all that special aside from some cool uses for the bionic arm. Enemies fly when you hit them, lacking any sense of weight, and even large objects in the world are apparently made of papier-mâché, judging by how light and fluffy this car is. Swinging around is actually fun once you get the hang of it, but there is one game element that conspires to restrict your fun at almost every turn. There is an invisible radioactive death field that is meant to keep you on the very linear path through the game. This means that occasionally you'll just be swinging around and run into an invisible cloud that kills you. Even worse, there's an invisible death ceiling in many areas. So even though that ledge or roof looks like a good place to launch an attack from, standing on it is going to kill you. In this era of open-world gaming, it feels limiting and annoying. Online multiplayer is available, but the lack of polish on the shooting and swinging mechanics is even more prominent here. I would have rather have more time spent fine-tuning the game overall than this rudimentary and forgettable multiplayer mode. The game does pick up in the second half, with epic boss battles and a mostly satisfying story wrap-up. But in the end, Bionic Commando is a victim of its own pacing and design decisions. A 3.
Don't get reckless.
Out of 5.
This is gonna hurt.